Hello everybody, it is me, Mr. Vince, and I hope you all have a great day today. And that's right guys, I actually got my second ever Hyperdiamond level 5.
Nice.
Yeah, that's insane. Unfortunately, I didn't get my own Hyper Green level 5 yet, but once I get it, I will make a video on it and then trade it. In this video, I'm going to show you guys the Hyperdiamond level 5 for the second time. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So yes guys, I spent so long trying to get a Hyperdiamond level 5, and I was surprised I got it before the Hyper Green level 5. But I will get a Hyper Green level 5 later this month, most likely. Because currently I have a 39% pity for the Hyper Green level 5, and that's the pity in my private server. So, I'll go ahead and show you guys the Hyperdiamond level 5 in this video. And I won't see what people will offer for it this time, but I'll just showcase it. Thankfully, I have a lot more vehicles this time, but unfortunately, I don't have the MCL36 nor the old NASCARs. So for this video, I'm just going to use a few vehicles that I have, like the Javelin and the Proto. So here it is, guys, the Hyperdiamond level 5. And oh my goodness, it is so bright. Yep, this is Hyperdiamond level 5 with the ice texture, as you can see. I like to call this Hyper Ice because it's just so bright. Yeah, no joke. But with that being said, I actually had to spend a total of 11 days to get the Hyperdiamond level 5 pity. And I actually got the level 4 Hyperdiamond on July 20th. So it did take me approximately 11 days because I took some breaks and I had to grind so much for the Hyperdiamond level 5. I'm just so happy that I finally got the Hyperdiamond level 5 again, and it is my favorite Hyperchrome of all time. I just think it looks beautiful. I literally had to spend so much time trying to get this Hyperdiamond level 5. Like, no doubt, this Hyperchrome was really, really worth getting. I mean, you could just see why. I love blue, it's my favorite color, and I just think it looks fantastic, especially with the ice texture. I'll go ahead and show you guys the Hyper level 5 on the Proto as well. And as you can see, this is the Hyperdiamond level 5 on the Proto 08.
Wow.
So yeah, it looks beautiful. I mean, the Proto is an amazing vehicle. A lot of people love it. It's very high in demand. It's actually pretty valuable. I'll go ahead and show you guys the Camaro with the Hyperdiamond level 5 as well. So this is the Camaro, and I also have the brick set spoiler equipped, as you can see. And I just love this Hyperchrome so much. Now, as far as I know, Hyperdiamond level 5 is actually pretty valuable, but it's a lot better than Hyper Orange level 5 for sure. And this is my third ever level 5 I got, since the first one was actually a Hyperdiamond level 5, and my second one was a Hyper Orange level 5. So I actually managed to get 2 level 5s this year, but I'll actually get a third one probably this month or next month if everything goes to plan. Honestly, I'm so excited to get the Hyper Green level 5 because I have never been able to get a Hyper Green level 5 OG. So once I get it, I'll show you guys it and then maybe trade it for a lot of good stuff. But yeah, I'll also go ahead and show you guys the level 5 on the pickup truck. So this is the infamous pickup truck, and this is the Hyperdiamond level 5, as you can see. But now I'll go ahead and go to trading. So I'll be right back, everybody. So here I am inside of a trading server, and I'll go ahead and grab this macaron and apply my customization on the macaron. And as you can see, this is the Hyperdiamond level 5 on the macaron. And like I said multiple times in this video, I think the Hyperchrome just looks fantastic. Over here, I'll go ahead and spawn in the infamous Parisian. So I'll go ahead and spawn it in. And this is the Hyperdiamond level 5 on the Parisian. But yeah, the Hyperdiamond level 5 is my favorite Hyperchrome, and I would use this over the Hypershift because I'm not really a big fan of animated colors, so I would just use the Hyperdiamond level 5. But yeah, personally, I think the Hyperdiamond level 5 is actually pretty good. I will use it a lot when I do get it again for the third time in the future. Because when I do get another Hyperdiamond level 5 in the future, I will probably keep it because at that point I would have almost everything in the game, except for a few things like the MCL and the NASCAR Hauler for the semi-truck. Overall, was it worth getting the Hyperdiamond level 5? Well, I can safely say yes. Now, I will provide some information as well. So originally, I actually got a Hyperdiamond level 2 from Luck inside of VG server back before I got unbanned. and I believe it was early July, so that was pretty lucky. I actually decided to trade the Hyperdiamond level 2 to my main, the Mr. Vince account, when I did get unbanned from the game, so that way I could grind the Hyperdiamond level 2, and actually end up getting a Hyperdiamond level 3 about 2 weeks later on July 17th, and actually managed to get a Hyperdiamond level 4 3 days later on July 20th, and eventually got a Hyperdiamond level 5 from Pity 11 days later, after taking multiple breaks as well as grinding a ton for this Hyperchrome. And I had a really good start too, since my Pity was around 30% when I got a level 4 Hyperdiamond, so I was extremely lucky. So that is the Hyperdiamond level 5 on the Poseidon, and now I'll go ahead and spawn in the brand new Prism Bus, and this is the Hyperdiamond level 5 on the Prism Bus, and I just think it looks so cool. I'm just willing to use this forever. Now, unfortunately, I can't keep it forever because I have to get the spin rims as well as some other things like the thruster spoiler, but I'll see what I can do in the future. Oh, and by the way, my Hyperchrome is not duped because even though I have 2 of them now, they're both made on different creation dates. So, as you can see, this is my Hyperdiamond level 5. About 96 people actually got this Hyperchrome, including myself. So, if I go ahead and scroll down, yep, it was made on July 31st, 2023. The last one I got was actually made in November 2022. So, no, my Hyperchrome is not duped. Okay. But anyway, that is all I got for this video. If you guys have enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe as well. If you guys want to check out that previous Hyperdiamond video, please feel free to click in the description below. But as always, my name is Mr. Vince. I hope you all have a great day today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.